Though the whole Florida Keys chain is special, when you get to Key West, it seems as though you're almost like in a different time zone. There's so many diversities out of Key West. Knowing that this trip was coming to bring Kaylee down to Key West, show her some things that she hadn't seen before, I started looking through the International Game Fish Association World Record book and looked at a bunch of species that we commonly encounter down here. And I started looking at the Women's Fly World records, and we actually found a handful of records that they are the size fish that we do encounter here. They're the right species of the fish that we encounter here. So I thought it would be even cool and add another element to the whole trip if I wrote some of these things down on particular size tippets, particular size fish, and added a goal to not just a fishing day, but have a quest at the end of it.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Rob.
Good morning, Mike.
You don't sound super cheery.
I haven't had a drink of Monster yet.
Where's it at?
Right here.
Well, hook us all up, would you?
I keep wondering why I keep coming down here and putting myself through this punishment.
Mike's fun.
Oh, she just said you weren't fun. Did you hear that?
No.
That's not what she said. It's not always just about catching a particular fish on a particular kind of tackle or hunting a particular flat for a particular fish. It's the whole journey. That's a nasty front line right there.
Yeah.
Last time we fished out here together, it was a front line like that. Remember that?
Was it good?
It was, actually.
Okay.
It was really fun for me to put Kaylee in a situation that she's now with somebody who does the same thing that I do, but he may have a different perspective.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you teach me a lot when it comes to both the inshore and offshore game, but for Mike, who does the offshore game every single day, it's cool to see what he does different.
One of the most special times is to watch a father-daughter do something they both love. To watch Rob and Kaylee fishing, she won't pick up a spinning rod unless it's to catch bait or something else. She is into fishing as hardcore as Rob is.
So I'm measuring. There's a chance that there's women's records here.
It's a really smart idea.
That is smart.
And IGFA rule says the shock can't be longer than 12 inches, including the notch. So I'm making sure we're legal.
I could help you out with measuring 12 if you need help.
You got long fingers. Mike DQ'd a sailfish from me
I was wondering if you were gonna remember that.
because we took a wrap on the leader and it broke right there. So that's what we turned in. A little piece of the line, and that's all that was left of the leader.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, well, I forget what the reason was.
Is it not with a curly Q?
With a stem coming out of it.
Curly Q.
No, it was no curly Q.
If you can't tie a knot, tie a lot.
So what, it looked like it broke at the knot? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying that Rob's not failed.
I didn't tie that knot.
I'm not saying that Rob's not failed, but I got a pigtail back. I need like 5 baskets.
Oh, guys, hold my baskets.
Perfect.
One of the unique things that happens out of Key West is shrimpers from around the country, Alabama, Mississippi, the Panhandle of Florida, Jacksonville. They all accumulate here in the winter because there's an extremely good shrimp fishery out in the Gulf. These are commercial shrimpers. One thing that happens while they're shrimping at night is they catch bycatch in their nets. Little fish, little eels, all kinds of things that in the morning when they dump their nets, the fish have learned over the years to follow these shrimp boats. When they start kicking the bycatch over, the fish basically go crazy and have learned that if they wait long enough at daylight, they're gonna get fed. We run up to the shrimp boats, we get trash, and we'll start chumming these same fish that are waiting for the buffet to be launched off the deck. We create that same scenario in our boat. By getting trash from the shrimpers, start throwing the same trash in that the shrimpers will end up sweeping off their decks eventually. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Don't move it. There you go. They don't require as much teasing as tarpon and bonefish.
They're really hard to hook. Takes a while. Oh, you don't have your glove on yet?
No, not yet.
Just let him do his thing, he'll stop. This isn't fishing, this is catching.
Okay. I won't say that till I catch one.
No, I just mean as far as getting a bite. Just running back at you, that's all. Tunas and bonitas do that a lot.
Okay.
They'll run back towards the pressure. But, you know, you're used to doing it being in a skiff when we're fly fishing.
Right.
And you're much lower to the water line. You want to keep the rod a little lower when you're pumping.
Okay.
So you don't want to pull back. That's about as far as you want to go. So it's shorter pumps, so you're leaving the back of the rod engaged.
Because there's more pressure?
You're putting a lot more pressure on him using the back of the rod than the tip. You think he's going to be done, he's going to go again.
Okay.
All right? Just be aware. It's a bonita. You put a little more heat on him. And that doesn't mean pull back.
Shorter pumps, so.
Yeah, that doesn't mean pull back farther. It just means clamp the line when you're pulling back. Don't let him, yep. That's good. So now's the time you can wind almost where you're pointing straight at him, wind straight down.
Okay.
And that, pump up. There you go, good. Good. Back to me.
Nice. Pretty work.
Back off.
Pretty work.
First bonita on fly.
Pretty work.
Thank you.
Nicely
What do you
done.
think that fish is? 12?
12 probably, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I think he's our boy. Ready to do it again?
Now, when you go to let him go,
Yeah.
just let him go straight down. There he goes. Good job.
Thank you.
Heads up, I'm gonna clean that blood off. Radar, of course.
Still marking fish, he goes down deep.
There you go. They're just hanging deeper for some reason. They're not coming up to the
He's
surface.
That one's pissed.
I think it's a bigger fish. I just saw a flash when it took off.
So strange the way they're acting.
I wonder if it's the front, you know?
Might be.
Might have got off.
I don't know.
The hard part is when there's so many fish, when you're record fishing especially, you're not just trying to catch a fish, you're trying to catch a particular one in the group. Either ran into another, see how it's cut?
Yeah.
Ran into another fish or you got sharked, one of the two. It's a real timing thing. It requires a little bit of luck, but a lot of skill and a lot of good timing and teasing
Right.
and throwing the bait in the right spot and then making the right cast, which is all part of the fun of the process.
All right, I think we need to cleanse the energy here.
Yeah?
I brought some.
What the hell is that?
It's sage spray.
Hey, right now,
It's just for good.
I'll take anything.
Good vibes.
I'll take anything that
You
has a
don't
luck
have to
changer.
believe in anything.
I'm all
you
about
know?
good mojo, so
It's good vibes.
I'm all about that. That smells kind of funky.
It smells like sage.
That's what we want to see. Go ahead. Get ready. Oh, don't. Oh, big cobia. Big cobia. You got him too.
That's a nice cobia.
That might be big enough.
Don't lose it. Don't put
Reel down. Be careful, he might surge on you here.
All right.
Come up to here, Kaylee. Stay right there. Doing good, Kaylee. Keep doing what you got.
Sage spray.
Oh, that thing's right under me. That fish came up to the surface. He was deep, and then he came up to the surface. That could have been bad. He's 100 feet right on the surface there. You see him come right over there and eat the fly? That was badass.
I thought it was a shark at first, and then Mike's like, oh, wait.
Cobias look like sharks all the time, but they have a little different look to them.
Over your head.
Comes the shot.
That's a good fish right there, dog.
Oh, damn.
That's a big cobia. Way to go. That's badass.
That's sweet.
That's my first one on fly.
Well, you picked a good one to start with. We gotta weigh this thing. This could be a world record, seriously. You caught him on 16.
16?
Yeah.
How big do you think he is?
Fish is over 40. Yeah, tip it.
We gotta cut that off, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna come out, then he'll come back to the road.
Let it sink. Just let it sit there. Twitch it. Ooh. Leave it right there. Ooh.
I've never.
All right, that almost worked. He's coming back. Hit him. Oh,
I didn't even feel him, like, he went,
leave it.
Oh, come on!
dude, he keeps touching it with his nose. He did not want this fly.
Hit him. Set the hook.
Tried, sorry.
There
Got
you go.
him.
There you go. Yeah.
There he goes. Finally.
Took a little teasing.
They can't all just run up and eat everything.
That took some doing. It's kind of fun though.
It was
It's fun
fun,
to tease
just
him.
watching him.
Yeah, yeah. Short pumps. Just kind of winch them. Yeah. You can get 2 cranks, get 2 cranks. You got 2, he took 3. Cobia number 2. Cobia number 2. Finally. That thing came up and nipped the fly like
He really.
5 times.
Yeah. He was teasing us.
Yeah, he was. When he decided to eat it, he did eat it.
Yeah, he did.
How long since you guys played?
A lot of people use the outdoors more of a take a breath time.
Right.
When we go hunting or fishing, it's not we're taking a break. We're going
We're getting it done.
we're going wide open.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him popping. Throw it right where the baits are right now. Throw it right there. Let a little line out. Twitch it. Leave it. Twitch it. Oh, damn it, that was the bigger one. Twitch it. Set the hook, set the hook. Get tight. Big AJ. Big amberjack. It's doing good. You take charge of the fight. Don't let him take charge of the fight. You don't want to come any higher with the rod than that.
I know.
Watch the rod on the boat.
Oh my God! Holy crap!
You didn't know he was that big?
No, I had no freaking clue.
You should have known how long it took you to catch him.
I've caught smaller ones like this, but from the bottom, and they
Right.
whooped my butt.
That's not a little one on a fly rod.
What tippet was that?
16.
Are we going to try to weigh that?
Oh yeah, that fish definitely has a chance of being a record.
Nice.
Love you, honey.
Love you too.
If you haven't already, go to my website, theseahuntertv.com. You can watch past episodes, shop apparel, book a fishing charter with the Seahunter Fishing Group, and watch some behind the scenes.
You got?
Kobe up. So when he's running, there's nothing you can do. Sometimes cobia don't realize they're hooked.
Yeah.
You see the difference in see how the tip is straight
Yeah.
and the back of the rod's what's bending?
Yeah.
That's when that's the angle you want on these fish. Now, see how now the tip is starting to bend?
Yeah.
That's when I start reeling down. If he's gonna let me. In other words, I won't keep pulling up, you know what I mean? And I'm fingering this line the whole time,
Yeah.
adding extra drag. Now, if he really takes off, then I just let it go.
Right.
But, so the whole front half is straight. The whole back half is bent. Hey, you're funny.
Like you did to me earlier.
There you go.
I got it. Let me do it.
All right.
Might take me longer than it takes you.
Good job. Hey, good job. You know what? That's the first fish you've ever netted for me.
It is the first fish I've ever netted for you.
There he goes. Thanks, KK.
You're welcome. Good
But
job.
did you see the difference
Yes.
in
Yeah.
half the rods in the water? You know, that angle change.
I just need your bicep strength. That's what I need.
Being strong does help, but the technique, the angle, has more to do with it than anything.
Yeah.
For me, I wasn't the one who caught the fish, but I was part of the whole process and watching my daughter, you know, catch these big fish that are potential records. The ride home, which was a long ride, you know, we're 50 miles out in the Gulf. It was rough. On that whole ride home, I'm thinking to myself, man, I hope these things are big, because we didn't weigh them in the boat. We knew what they had to weigh to be a record. I thought they were big enough, but you still don't know until you know. You don't know until you weigh them and put them on the scale and see what they weigh. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, man, I hope these things are big enough for her. You know, that was a huge accomplishment. And at the same time, I'm telling myself, you know what, if they're not records, then that just gives us another day. We got to come out here and do this again. She just experienced something that she's never experienced with the type of fish we're catching. today's already been a win.
Fishing by the standards that we did was enough for me to feel accomplished regardless of if it was a record or not.
Right, agreed.
I never go into anything with expectations, so I'm never really disappointed. I had a really good day. I fished hard standards, the hardest you can fish, and that's what mattered to me. It's more of the experience. It's not how big was the fish I got.
If you think about catching a world record, you're competing against everybody in the world. This isn't just some bullshit catch.
Right.
There's a reason those records are there. There's a reason they're hard to get. It requires a lot of things to happen right to end successfully.
44 and a half for the length,
And once we realized we had a couple records,
23 and a half.
we did a little hug and we were happy. But I think the crowd in general was a little surprised that we weren't like high-fiving, and I don't know, it's just, I was excited for you.
Yeah, and I was excited too, but like I said, for me, it's not so much, oh, I got a record and I caught this huge fish. It's, I had a great day and I fished the hardest that I possibly could. It is cool with a record that you're competing against everybody who has ever existed in the entire world for all time. That's a big deal to me.
It's a big deal. Anytime I get to spend with any of my family, my son, my wife, my daughter, any outdoors, it's unmolested by the world of every day. You're not on social media, you're not watching the TV, you're not watching the news, you're not trying to cook dinner. It's just you and who you're with and what God gave us. And those times cannot be replaced by anything.